Hey guys, this is Danny Boy. This is episode 18 of my Engineer Insanity series. This time around, I will be facing Cerberus yet again, and I will be using the Chakram launcher and the Scimitar shotgun. As you can see, I have discovered a new function for the Chakram launcher. Apparently, you can charge up the shots before shooting them. I had no idea, I did not realize this, and I cannot take credit for the discovery, so shout out to LaserPenguin592. Thanks for the tip. I definitely probably would not have ever found this out, or if I did, it would not be for quite some time, as I really do not get much use out of the Chakram launcher. I don't know if it said in the description that it could charge or something, but it definitely never occurred to me. Though, that being said, I'm not quite sure how effective it is being charged. The Geth shotgun, plasma shotgun, and Mass Effect 2 seem to do way more damage than this thing when you charge it up, and charging it up does leave you pretty exposed. As you can see, I'm getting the crap bombed out of me right now by some artillery, and it doesn't seem to actually hurt you, but damn is it cool looking. Reminds me of D-Day in the Call of Duty series. Very awesome. I loves it. So, yeah, basically we're just going to flank these guys and take them out and just try out this new charge function. I'm a terrible shot, of course, and I have no scope, so I generally miss most of my charge shots. And not only that, but when I attempt to face moving targets, I definitely am not used to the projectile speed of this weapon, so I usually just miss straight up. Always by a bit. Reminds me of Needles in TF2. So, yes. Come on. You'll notice that there are shield generators on my left and right, actually just my right now, I think. These power the cover that they have, these little orange tech bases that they've got, and in addition to that might also give them shields. I believe I've seen assault troopers with shields, which is unusual, so yes, I believe that the generators give them shields, and when you shoot them they send out a huge electrical pulse, which does a lot of damage, so something to keep in mind. Kinda hard to get shots off when this guy just won't pop out and there's boom boom everywhere. So eventually, I just say to hell with it, and I charge face first into them. Somehow, I do make it out. And yes, there's a trench here. Oh, didn't realize that. That's a lot of guys. And now I'm desperately trying to remember what my bind is for frag grenade. There we go, there's one, and there's two. And you're all dead. That worked out fairly well. Kind of a waste of frag grenades, but what can you do? Still getting used to these new binds. It will take a while, especially when you've played hours and hours of the game already with the binds that I had, and meh. It is unfortunate. Another unfortunate thing is that I have to say, I actually think I dislike the Chakram now that I know you can charge it. It does support my theory of you really should aim your shots with it like the Matak and try to make every shot count, but I definitely don't. It just doesn't do that much damage when it's charged. So it's far more efficient than just spamming it, but it just doesn't do tremendously good damage. It's still a fun weapon, but again, don't think it suits my playstyle. It's another example of a mid-range weapon. When it has a scope, I'll probably like it a lot more, but for now, not really feeling it. Missed my Viper. I missed my Viper a number of times on this mission. Also, another mission where I did not pick up a new weapon, which made me sad. I'm sure I'll be picking up a new one soon, though. And this mission does have a boss battle. Stay tuned for that next video. It does have an actual climactic conclusion. And it was actually a pretty cool sequence, so I hope you will enjoy it. I will also be posting that tonight. Trying to get out as many videos as I can, as quick as I can, while also making them as good as I can. I'm sure I can improve dramatically, however. I am fairly new at this. I've only been doing this for about a month or so, a little more now. Month and a half.
Copy that. No trigger.
So I have a lot to learn. I believe I mentioned it, but we are still on Tuchanka. I was very happy to find this. Finally got a shotgun blade attachment. I have read that it makes your melee kills bloodier, so I'm certainly looking forward to that. I am a shotgun enthusiast, so we shall see how that goes. As far as strategy goes in this room, you certainly should flank right. There's a huge barrier, and you can just go over here and shoot at them with pretty much impunity. They don't really flank you. Shotgun wasn't a terribly good choice, at least not the scimitar. It's fairly inaccurate, even with the choke. One of these days I will get back to using the Crusader, but it's just too darn heavy right now. But we'll use it again. I'd like to use the Spectre weapons eventually, but they're extremely expensive. By the end of this mission, I believe I have a little over 100,000 credits. So I'm getting there, but it's still going to take quite some time. How did that miss? This was another fun mission. I really enjoyed it. Wasn't super difficult or anything, while still being fun. Though, again, really could have benefited from a sniper rifle. Mass Effect 3 in general seems to really... The missions are set up in such a way that you have very large sniping lanes. It really seems to be geared towards snipers much more than previous games, where maps were usually quite small and weren't really congruent to sniping. At least at very long ranges, where, again, in this game, it seems to work much better. Oh no. Fortunately, I really don't die much on this mission. I don't think I've died yet. I will, when I'm in the final sequence, die once, but it really wasn't that terribly difficult. Another word of advice, when you find heavy weapons, especially when they're one-shot heavy weapons, that means you're supposed to save them for something important in a sequence. So don't just waste them, because when you do, it makes fights much more difficult than they need to be. That's a lesson I learned the hard way in a much earlier video that you might have seen with a Reaper Blackstar, but now I'm not so gung-ho with such things. I just realized that this game uses Mass Effect 1 music in the background. I wonder if Mass Effect 2 used the same track. Nothing wrong with that. Sometimes it's okay to reuse old assets, and I think music's one of them. Nostalgia can be a powerful thing, especially for gamers. I love that reload animation. It's so badass. It's like a flick of the wrist sort of thing.
Plant a bomb on their planet. Pretty extreme, but those were desperate times.
They did what they had to. Maybe the Turians have more in common with us than I thought.
Apparently they have set us up a bomb. Perhaps all our base are belong to them. We're actually trying to defuse a bomb on this mission.
Cerberus is putting up a fight, but the 9th platoon is advancing, Commander. Good work, Lieutenant.
Alright. Preemptive drone there.
Affirmative.
And I see them, they are apparently fleeing though. But as you can see, even shard shots don't do tremendous damage. I wasn't fully charging them though. This is a Chakram level 1. I really should keep that in mind. It's a Chakram level 1. But at this point in the game, you can easily have upgraded a weapon to level 5. As I mentioned in a previous video, I upgraded the Predator pistol to level 5, and it did make a fairly significant difference. But I haven't bothered to do so on any other weapon because it's a little expensive to do all 5 levels at once, and I kind of want to save up my money to get those Spectre weapons like I was talking about. And I switch my loadout on every single mission, for the most part. It's very rare that I'll use the exact same loadout on 2 missions in a row, and if I do, usually I find a weapon on that second mission anyway that requires me to change my loadout, so... And I still haven't found exactly what I want. I really do like the Scimitar Viper combo, but I have a feeling I will be finding some things yet that will change my mind about that. But we shall see.
I'm getting a lot of Cerberus radio chatter. They're prepping for evac. I don't like the sound of that.
That was me looking for a shield generator, by the way. Next time, maybe I can get both of them.
Looking out.
I am such a terrible shot. The problem when you start using shotguns as a main weapon, your ammo tends to
Agreed. Let's go.
get a little rusty. Ooh, that's a close one. You're wondering, that thing on my face is the interface visor. No idea what it does. Looks cool though, doesn't it? Also, I've been asked this question a number of times and I have answered it when I saw it, but you get the Chakram launcher by playing the Kingdoms of Amalur demo, the demo, not the full game, for about 40 minutes to an hour. I forget exactly how long. It's at least 40 minutes. After that time, you will get a message in Kingdoms of Amalur, Reckoning, the demo, that says, hey, you've unlocked the Chakram launcher and you've unlocked the Reckoning armor, or whatever it's called, in Mass Effect 3.
Must have been far enough underground to stay hidden.
And when you play Mass Effect 3, once you can access your loadout, you just go to Assault Rifles, cycle to the right until you find the Chakram launcher.
We gotta move, Shepard.
You can start using it right from the beginning of the game, as soon as you can access your loadout. So as soon as you find the Mantis, because I believe that's the first time you can change your loadout. I think. Maybe you can before that. You can select the Chakram launcher. It seems to be a pretty popular weapon. Not surprising. It does shoot out exploding discs.
Agreed, Lieutenant.
That's fairly unique.
And all of it thanks to my team.
Though I have seen a weapon like that before. I have. Shuriken launchers exist in other games, but still pretty cool. Pretty cool. I've never seen it before where you can charge it up, I don't think. And then it explodes. But, whatever. I've been meaning to try a pistol melee stunner mod, but I haven't found a short-range pistol yet, and I'm not going to bother meleeing with a Predator. That's pointless. It's stupid. Why would you do that? Someday, maybe. This very much confused me, this whole little segment. This turret, like what? There's no cover, really. And there's no enemies. There's a generator, but exploding that did nothing to the turret. And the turret just almost killed me, so now I'm gonna just be safe and use overload repeatedly. Die. The DPS of the Chakram launcher must be pretty terrible when you charge. I really think it probably does better DPS when you spam it, or at least shoot it much faster than I am. Its damage per hit is of course lower, but... Alright guys, well this video is coming to a close. Thanks for watching, and check out my next episode to see the exciting conclusion. Alright guys, have a good one.